Hello students. Students, in today class we are going to discuss a question that was asked in the UPSC IAS History Optional Mains exam in 2021. Question है, how would you characterize the nature of Mauryan state on the basis of Kautilya Arthashastra? I repeat the question. How would you characterize nature of Mauryan state ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र? तो कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र के जो फीचर्स हैं वो मौर्यन स्टेट्स के का एक बेस है. तो दैट इज अ टॉपिक विच वी हैव टू डिस्कस, और इन द अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन से दैट मौर्यन स्टेट वाज बेस्ड ऑन द कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र. इसको हम ऐसे ही बोल सकते हैं कि कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र एंड मौर्यन स्टेट दे वर द टू साइड्स ऑफ ए कॉइन. तो लेट अस डिस्कस व्हाट द फर्स्ट कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र वाज. तो दिस कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र, स्टूडेंट, here is a very important theory that was given by Kautilya, that was the Saptanga theory. That is, the state is made of 7 parts or 7 limbs of the states. The first limb is the king. The king is the first important part of the state, and Kautilya gives the absolute power to the king. And this absolute power was given by the king to which type of king? Those king who see their welfare in the welfare of their people. That type of absolute power was not given by Kautilya to the king like the Nanda rulers, whose rule was based on the exploitation of the people. But Kautilya gives this limitless power to those kings, like just like the Chandragupta Maurya or the Bindusara or the Ashoka, those who would see their welfare in the welfare of the people. So that was the king of the Kautilya. Second was the ministers were there, and Kautilya was of the view that these both the ministers and the king, they were the two wheels of a cart, and the cart was definitely it was state. Third was the territory. Territory is also a very much important part of the Kautilya state. Fourth is the fort one, जिसको हम किला या दुर्ग बोलते हैं. Fifth was the treasury. तो Kautilya himself was a great economist of world or renowned economist of world level during that particular time. So he laid very much more emphasis on the treasury. तो टैक्स कलेक्शन के ऊपर जो था कौटिल्या ने बहुत ज़्यादा एम्फोसाइज किया है. तो ट्रेजरी वॉज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द स्टेट. देन द फोर्स वॉज देयर, मिलिट्री पावर. द फोर्स दैट इज ऑल्सो एन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द स्टेट. एंड इफ यू बिलीव द प्लिनी, तो प्लिनी व्हाट द प्लिनी सेड दैट देयर वाज 6 लाख इन्फेंट्री, 30,000 कैवलरी एंड अराउंड 8 to 9,000 वॉर एलिफेंट्स वर देयर. सो फोर्स वॉज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द कौटिल्या स्टेट. दैट इज डिस्कस्ड इन द सप्तांग थ्योरी. Then last part is the allies or the friendly state. That also important part of the Saptanga theory. So what we have seen, student, here, now what we have to discuss this कौटिल्या अर्थशास्त्र के जो फीचर्स थे, ये फीचर्स हमें रिफ्लेक्ट होते हैं मौर्य की स्टेट के अंदर. ये पॉइंट्स हम लोगों को डिस्कस करने हैं. तो जैसे कौटिल्या का जो किंग था, कौटिल्या ने अपने किंग को सेपरेट किया है उसकी पॉलिटिकल लाइफ से और उसकी पर्सनल लाइफ से. कौटिल्या ने उनको सेपरेट किया है. तो पॉलिटिकल लाइफ इन द सेंस दैट कि किंग को, हाँ, पॉलिटिकल लाइफ में किंग को मॉरल वैल्यूज़ फॉलो करना नेसेसरी मैंडेटरी नहीं है. किस किंग को? कौटिल्या के किंग को, जिसका वेलफेयर लोगों के वेलफेयर में है. तो वो अगर लोगों के वेलफेयर के लिए अगर कहीं ना कहीं अवॉइड करता है मोरल वैल्यूज़ को, साम दाम दंड की नीति फॉलो करता है, तो दैट इज़ अप्रोप्रिएट, दैट इज़ गुड अकॉर्डिंग टू कौटिल्या. बट इन द पर्सनल लाइफ he must be very much devoted and dedicated. It doesn't matter whether the king is in the dressing room or in the dining hall, but he must completely devoted toward the people's welfare. अगर उस टाइम उसके पास कोई प्रॉब्लम्स पीपल की आती है, स्टेट की प्रॉब्लम आती है, तो ही हैज़ टू फोकस ऑन द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द स्टेट. तो पर्सनल लाइफ में उसको कंप्लीटली मोरल एटीट्यूड रखना है, और पॉलिटिकल लाइफ में फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ द स्टेट ही कैन अवॉइड द मोरल वैल्यूज अप टू एन एक्सटेंट. देन ही फेवर्ड मोनार्की को उन्होंने फेवर किया है, और ब्यूरोक्रेटिक सेटअप को डिस्कस किया कौटिल्या ने, जो रिफ्लेक्ट होता है मौर्यस की स्टेट में. और जो ऑफिशियल्स की जो अपॉइंटमेंट होती थी, दैट वाज बाय डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ टेस्ट. पर्सनैलिटी टेस्ट होता था, कैरेक्टर का टेस्ट होता था, उनकी इंटेलिजेंस का टेस्ट होता था. एंड ओनली आफ्टर इफ दोज कैंडिडेट्स हु वर एबल टू पास दोज टेस्ट, दे वर गिवन अपॉइंटमेंट इन द डिफरेंट different departments of the Kautilya. So that was the Kautilya Arthashastra. तो ये जो important features हमने discuss किए 7 parts और the limbs में, they all reflect in the nature of the Mauryan state. तो कौटिल्या के माइंड में जो स्टेट था, वो कौटिल्या का जो अर्थशास्त्र उसने जो लिखा है वो पूरा रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है मौर्यास की स्टेट के अंदर. वो हम नेचर को अब हम डिस्कस करते हैं कि व्हाट वाज द नेचर जो था मौर्यन स्टेट का. तो इसमें फर्स्ट पॉइंट वाज दैट इट वाज एन एब्सोल्यूट मोनार्चिकल स्टेट. When we discuss the nature of the Mauryan state, the first important feature was it was an absolute monarchical state where the king was given absolute power. यही कौटिल्या के अर्थशास्त्र भी हमने डिस्कस किया था अभी कि किंग को लिमिटलेस पावर दी है कौटिल्या ने, एब्सोल्यूट पावर दी है, लेकिन उस किंग को दी है those kings who would see their welfare in the welfare of the people. That type of absolute power was not given to the king like Dhananand or the Nanda rulers who exploited the people. The second important feature of the nature of Mauryan state was the imperialistic state. तो imperialistic state में कौटिल्या believed that king को अपना राज्य जो है वो पूरा उसका विस्तार करना चाहिए, completely imperialistic state होनी चाहिए, जिसमें चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य का जो रूल था that was from काबुल कंधार to मैसूर साउथ में, नॉर्थ वेस्ट फ्रंटियर प्रोविंसेस में काबुल से लेकर मैसूर तक का रूल था, बंगाल टू सौराष्ट्र. तो दैट वाज एन इंपीरियलिस्टिक स्टेट. तो किंग मस्ट बी ऑफ द इंपीरियलिस्टिक नेचर होना चाहिए किंग का. दैट वाज द सेकंड नेचर ऑफ द मॉडर्न स्टेट. थर्ड वाज द सेंट्रलाइज्ड स्टेट. तो सेंट्रलाइज्ड स्टेट में किंग जो है वो रूल करेगा और सेंट्रलाइज्ड रूल होगा. द होल पावर वॉज इन द हैंड ऑफ द किंग हिमसेल्फ. जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा था कि सेंट्रलाइज्ड रूल के अंदर स्टेट में किंग ने जो अपनी स्टेट को डिवाइड किया था डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्रोविंसेस में. 5 प्रोविंसेस वर देयर, ईस्टर्न, वेस्टर्न, नॉर्दर्न, साउदर्न एंड सेंट्रल, एंड एवरी प्रोविंस वाज अंडर वन कुमार एंड दैट कुमार वाज फ्रॉम द रॉयल ब्लड. तो सेंट्रलाइज्ड स्टेट कौटिल्या completely believed in the centralized state, and the provinces were further subdivided into the mandals, and the mandals were under the Mahamatras or the Pradishta. Then the mandals were divided into the districts or the vishyas, and the head of the district was the sthanik. Districts were further subdivided and in an official known as the Dronmukh, and under the Dronmukh there were around 400 village. Below the Dronmukh there was the Kartik, and under the Kartik there were around 200 village, and below the Kartik there was the Gopa. There were under the Gopa there were around 200 villages were there, and under the Gopa there were different gramiks or the village headmen. So that was the complete centralized state of the Mauryas, which was completely, and all these different officials, either it was the Gramik was responsible to Gopa, and Gopa to the Kartik to the Dronmukh, and Dronmukh to the Vishyas or the Sthaniks, and Sthaniks were responsible to the Pradishta, and Pradishta or Mahamatras responsible to the Kumars, and the Kumars responsible to the king itself. So it was a complete centralized state, and because to run that type of that is centralized state, Kautilya gave limitless power to the king. Besides this, another important feature of the nature of our Mauryan state was a new dimension was also given to the state by the Ashoka. Ashoka followed the parental theory. All my subjects are my children. So this Ashoka did a lot for the welfare of the people. So that was another important feature of the Mauryan state. That was the parental theory that was given by Ashoka. Besides this, the Mauryan state was a completely based on the bureaucratic setup. In the bureaucratic setup, there were different type of departments were there under the different superintendents. Just like the important were the Samharta was there, Sanidhata was there, Potavadhyaksha, Lavanadhyaksha, Sitadhyaksha. So there were around 30 bureaucratic, around 30 superintendents who governed the different departments there. So that was the bureaucratic setup. Besides this, decentralization was also there, but that decentralization was under the centralization somewhere. That decentralization we see somewhere in the judicial administration of the Mauryas. In the judicial administration, what happened there? 2 type of courts were there: Dharmasthya and the Kantakshodhan. That were the civil courts and the criminal courts. And these courts were at different levels. At the Gramik level were also there, at the Gopa level, at the Kartik level, Dronmukh level, then the Sthanik level. So decentralization was somewhere in the judicial administration. Besides this, decentralization also seen in the local administration. In the local administration, there was the 30 members and divided into 6 boards of 5 members each. So what we have seen, students, here in this question, that this Kautilya Arthashastra features completely reflect in the nature of the Mauryan state. And besides this, we can a little bit point we can also discuss. Just like that, Kautilya separate the political life and the personal life of the king. He favor monarchy. Besides this, he discussed bureaucratic setup also and appointment of the official by passing through the different type of test. So that was the question which we had discussed here, that these were the important features of the Mauryan state. That was the nature of the Mauryan state that was completely based on the Kautilya Arthashastra. Okay students, so you can subscribe the channel also, like it, and so that you get the videos on regular basis. Okay students.